Hey, picture this: you sit down after a long day, hit play, and for the first time in a while the sound actually feels alive, not just attached to the screen. That's the Bar 2.0 all-in-one, MK2. You're the kind of person who notices when audio feels flat, when dialogue floats without weight, when music seems stuck inside the TV instead of coming out into your space. You've lived with that tiny sense of something's missing long enough that you feel quality when it's there, and once you've felt it, you don't settle anymore. Before anything else, go check the current price and stock. Compact systems with real punch like this don't stay steady in availability, and waiting usually means settling later. There's always a specific moment where you know you've outgrown weak audio. For me, it was during movie night. I kept turning the volume up, chasing presents that never showed up. That quiet frustration, raising the remote again and again, is the signal you're done settling. The first time you switch to this soundbar, there's a relief you didn't expect. Dialogue finally sits in the center instead of hiding. Music feels warmer and more natural instead of thin. Effects are present, not polite. It doesn't just get louder, it gets cleaner. That moment when sound finally matches the scene hits different. You feel it every time you binge a show without fighting for clarity. You feel it during music sessions where tracks suddenly feel more complete. You feel it in casual gaming when audio becomes part of the moment instead of a distraction. Even everyday TV feels richer because the sound finally belongs to the picture instead of trailing behind it. This isn't about raw power. It's about balance. How the audio spreads evenly instead of blasting forward. How the compact design fits your space without taking over. How Bluetooth feels easy and reliable instead of glitchy. It feels like audio that's been thought through, not slapped together. And don't assume pricing or stock will stay polite. Gear this well-rounded tends to move fast once people realize what it does. If you're hesitating because you think a compact 2.0 can't make a real difference, let me flip that: this one absolutely does. It fills your room with presence instead of just noise. You stop wondering, is this enough? You feel that it is. One surprise benefit you don't notice until you live with it is how balanced everything stays even at lower volume. Dialogue stays clear. Music stays full. You don't have to blast the house to feel a presence, and that change, subtle though it is, makes you use it more, not less. Owning something like this actually changes how you think about audio. You don't settle for gaps. You walk into your room expecting clarity, and you get it. Sound feels richer and fuller, dialogue stays clean and grounded, music feels present and warm, every scene feels more intentional, listening becomes effortless, not going to shake walls like a big surround rig. Bass lovers might eventually add more at some point. You stop looping through weaker options. You stop settling for almost good enough. You choose what genuinely satisfies, and every time you glance at lesser gear, you come right back here because this already feels right. Check the current price and availability now. Make the call while this configuration still makes sense, so this doesn't become one of those upgrades you delay and regret later.